Ah, shit. Here we go again. Oh, hey, what's up, you guys? How's it going? It's Papa, and today we are taking a revisit at Infernoid by throwing in a few twists and turns by including that nice LIGHTSWORN engine. I got the idea of this video from Blaze on YouTube. He's a good subscriber of mine, always comments on my stuff. This one's for you, Blaze. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into the video. Okay, so to get into things, we are going to go ahead and start off with the main deck. The Infernoid lineup, from what you saw in the past list, it's basically the same. We played 2 copies of Anunku, 2 copies of Deviati, the 1 copy of Atondel. We played 2 copies of Sisamus, as well as 1 copy of Sijet. This is, like, for the little ones, it's basically self-preference that you want to use. So I played 2 Petrulia, I still play the 1 Harmadic, still play the 1 Antra, and then you have to play the 3 copies of Decatron. For the Infernoid lineup, it's basically the same. It's all really self-explanatory. I mean, the most part that you could change is probably the Antra. I know it's not really as good this format, but I just like having the extra name for the big guys, and then I like having extra names in case I get to resolve Void Feast going first. But that's it for the Infernoid lineup. I only play very few hand traps. Well, by very few, I only play 1. So I play the 3 Gamma with the 1 Driver in the main deck. You kind of have to play Gamma in this deck. It's your best hand trap, and not only that, but with Reasoning and Monster Gate, probably the best card that you can mill off of it, just because it won't be able to summon the Gammas. You'll just be able to keep milling throughout your deck. Oh, hey, what's up, you guys? It's Papa. So before you click dislike on the video and never watch my channel again, I thought I should just go ahead and include that I meant to say this is the best hand trap that you can mill off of Monster Gate and Reasoning. So yeah, please go ahead and not dislike this video, keep on watching till the end for the rest of the profile, and I would be very greatly appreciated. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the video. So that's it for the hand trap. In this version, it's a little different. We are playing the LIGHTSWORN, so I do play 1 copy of Lumina, as well as 2 copies of Wolf, and I play 3 copies of Raiden. I know this lineup looks a little weird, but I will explain. So basically why we played this lineup in general is because Raiden's your best normal summon, but there have been times where going second, I do end up milling Raiden off of like Monster Gate or Reasoning, or even Charge of the Light Brigade. And if you mill it off of any of those cards and you haven't normal summoned yet, then you can just add the Lumina. I'm not playing Solar Recharge, I'll just let you know now. I don't think Solar Recharge is really like necessary in this deck because you want to have as few bricks as possible. But I know looking at these cards, like you may think like maybe you're going to be having a lot more bricks. I honestly feel like having this ratio is good. I think the 6 LIGHTSWORNs is fine. What is debatable is the Wolf. You don't really need the Wolves in this deck. I just like it as a fun deck. Like this isn't anywhere near like tier 1 or tier 0. This is just like a rogue strategy. Yeah, I still just play those because it's crazy when you mill it. So that's it for the LIGHTSWORN component. We are moving on to the spells. We play 3 copies of Charge of the Light Brigade. This is self-explanatory. We play multiple targets, so I'm maxing out on Charge because it helps get your Infernoids in the grave as well. We are still playing a going second deck, so we do play the 3 copies of Monster Gate as well as the 1 copy of Reasoning, because we are trying to mill. This is the name of the game. We're trying to mill cards as much as we can, and the more mills, the better. I play very few Infernoid cards as well, so we play 3 copies of Void Banishment just because it searches everything. Since it is a heavier mill type strategy, I am only playing 2 copies of Void Imagination, just because you can search it off of Void Imagination, or not Void Imagination, Void Banishment. You can search it off of Void Banishment, and then you'll be in a good spot. We're not really focusing on Tierra in this deck, but it is there just in case we need it. I do play 2 copies of Lair of Darkness, just because it is free if you can open it with Monster Gate, and then you just go from there and break your opponent's board. And then the last spell we play is the 1 copy of 1 for 1. I was playing Rhoda, and then I just took it out because I wanted to have a nice 41 cards, I think this is. I was playing 42, I was playing Rhoda, took it out. I didn't think I really needed it with the 3 charges. And the last trap we play, or the last card in the deck, play Void Feast, just because it's crazy when you can resolve it. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we are playing 2 copies of Tierra as well as 2 copies of Entis. This is debatable. You could cut an Entis for something else if you wanted to. There's a lot of wiggle room in the extra deck. Going second deck, so you really just OTK with the Infernoid cards in general, but if you want to go into link plays, you can, which is why I'm playing the LIGHTSWORNs as a help go into link plays if you can't just OTK with your Infernoid cards. I am playing 1 copy of Omega for the Driver and Gammas. I do play a Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. This is just in case, like, say you go to game 3, go into time, you gamma them, and then you can just link, or not link, but synchro into Scarlet, and then just burn for game, or burn for damage, so that way you win in time. Again, this is just a flex spot. This was the 15th card in the extra deck. I do still play the 1 Gravity Controller in case you do make the tier and you need to make room so you can summon more Infernoid cards. As well, I do play IP Masquerena in case we are forced to go first. 1 Hida. It's great going second. It makes you go into your Equimax faster. 1 Halka Fibrax to summon out your Decatron. Phoenix, Unicorn, it's all self-explanatory because you can use the Masquerena to go into those during your opponent's turn, and then you can just go from there. We do play the 1 Equimax still because it's crazy OTK with the Infernoid cards. And then lastly, we played the Access Code Talker with the Borreload Dragon. That's it for the deck. And yeah, guys, that's it. So thank you again for watching this week's video. I do plan to have more content up to you in the future. And if I don't see you guys before Halloween, happy Halloween. Stay spooky out there, goats. And then until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. We'll be looking at Altergeist next. Till then.